Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Bad End. Last time we discovered some secrets about the game Bad End. In the game Bad End. And we just got caught in trying to find out more about Koko Iwasaki. Alright, let's continue. Shijo gave a sour expression. What? A load of crap? She's totally the opposite of that. She's shy and hardly anything to bat an eye at. She's definitely not a boy magnet, that's for sure. I'm so confused. Her character traits are like a total 180 of what is depicted in the game. Iwasaki believes that it was karma that caused a pissed off boy to stalk her. In the game, this really happened. However, Iwasaki isn't known to be popular with the boys in the real world. Don't get me wrong, she's a nice girl. It's very unfortunate about the accident though. Do you happen to know which hospital she's staying at? Since I've come this far, I might as well try to ask. I was just on my way there. You can follow me if you want. I decided to follow Shijo. We took the bus and 20 minutes later we arrived in front of a huge hospital. Oh my goodness. So much detail. I think this is the most detailed background in the game. Because of all of the tiling that's done. This must have been super freaking time consuming. Iwasaki is hospitalized here? That's right. Shijo makes his way inside the hospital quickly. Why would he just take you to some random hospital? Since she's a comatose patient, we can't just go into her room without permission. I told the receptionist that I was a friend of Iwasaki. I sat down and was told to wait until we were called. Why hasn't she woken up yet? The operation was a success. Even with the condition of her injuries, they say she should at least be conscious. They think she may have suffered further brain damage, but in the end the doctor doesn't know the true reason. It's quite possible that Iwasaki was part of the whole Bad End mess. Shijo and I neared closer to her bed. The Koko Iwasaki here looked identical to the one in the game. In the hospital bed she looked dead except for the slow rhythmic breathing. Her face was clean but gaunt. It's no surprise that she lost a lot of weight after being hospitalized for several months now. When did you last see her? It's really a shame for you to have to see her again in this condition. It's been a while. I can't tell him the truth. He wouldn't believe me. I was in disbelief that she was sitting here in this condition and unable to talk. Koko Iwasaki actually exists. Everything that she was in the game personality-wise was completely opposite of her real-life persona. On top of that, she's in a comatose state and has been hospitalized for several months. What does this all mean? What about her friend? I mean, if Coco's here, is Kana here as well? I'm kind of suspicious of Kana. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay a little longer? I nodded with a nonchalant sigh. It doesn't look like Iwasaki will be coming around anytime soon, but at least I know she exists. I do want to try to get more information, so I decided to stick around a bit longer. How did you and Iwasaki meet? She's my girlfriend's best friend. As being such, I got the opportunity to hang out with her a lot. I see. I'll be honest, I'm not surprised he has a girlfriend. He looks intelligent and has a particular charm and easy to get along with. I'm not surprised in the least. Tell you the truth, I didn't walk this way to visit Koko. Eh? on my way to see my girlfriend. The hospital was on the way, so I figured I'd show you. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much, and I apologize for making her wait. No, it's fine. I wasn't in a particular hurry. The fact of the matter is, Kana is unconscious as well. Aha! So the friend does come into play. Did the friend and Coco personalities get like swapped in this comatose game thing that's happening? What? My world shook the moment I heard the name. Wait, what's her full name? It's Kana Mihashi. She was also involved in a similar accident several months back. Kana Mihashi. So she's a close friend of Coco. So they both were involved in the accidents, just like what happened in the game. So the accident was the cause of Mihashi's coma too? I swallowed nervously. This is just so messed up. I'm confused as ever. Is it okay if I come with you to visit her? Well, since she's a friend of your friend, I don't see why not. We opened the door and entered the sick room of Kana Mihashi. There's no mistaking it. It was Kana Mihashi. Her complexion and physical appearance is just like Iwasaki, a pretty face but gaunt due to several months of being in a coma in a hospital bed. This is unbelievable. Damn it. Shijo shook his head sadly with tears forming in his eyes. His girlfriend hasn't woken in several months. I can only imagine what he's going through. Do you know what was going on before she was in the accident? She ran in the middle of the road. I can't believe she'd be so careless. But I'm partially responsible as well. Eh? No, it's nothing. He feels responsible too? What the hell does this mean? If Shijo is putting on a show, then he's a good actor. I'd do anything to get Kana to wake up. There's nothing I could say to him. I decided it was time to be on my way. Thanks again for letting me visit Mihashi. Oh, it's no problem. Overall, it seems like he's a good guy. He has a good character, so it's no surprise that people tend to like him. Is he the murderer? Is he like, did he chase her out into the street and then she got hit by a car and then, I don't know, her friend saw and then she got hit by a car and now we have to get him arrested or something and then it's like, oh yay! Or something like that? Hey, do you mind if I swap email addresses and mobile numbers with you? Well, just in case I have a question. Well, sure, I guess. He probably didn't expect that, being this was the first time we had met. He was hesitant to respond. Well, it is kind of weird. But this was very important to get because he was good friends with Iwasaki. Now I can get in touch anytime. Take care. Thanks. The situations that I never thought could be imaginable were happening. I'll go home for now and cool off my brain. That evening I began pouring through the information in my head. Koko Iwasaki and Kana Mihashi were both involved in the same traffic accident and now are comatose. Around that time, the game Bad End came into existence. Iwasaki is the main character, and Mihashi is supposedly her best friend. Or was their consciousness sealed away due to something involving the game? Despite what it sounds like, it would make sense in a way. I just couldn't think of too many other things it could possibly be. It's too much to think it was all a coincidence. Then who the hell is behind this dreadful game? Who is truly responsible for putting Iwasaki and Mihashi in a comatose state? I don't have enough information yet. The only thing I can do is continue playing the game. I'm slowly encroaching on the truth. I'll see if I shine some light on more of the story. I opened the mobile phone and started Bad End. Today is Saturday, a holiday. I have no plans and probably will just stay home. Mom and Dad are home. They're home, so I shouldn't worry so much. So I'll just stay inside today and tomorrow. But I can't stay here forever with weekdays being school and whatnot. What is the real reason I'm being pursued by that freak? I swear I'll find out one day. No problem. If I put my thoughts together, I know I can figure it out. I went out with several guys, but only because I wanted to become popular with everyone. But Kana seems to believe there might be a guy that really likes me. This guy just so happens to not take rejection lightly. In which case, the angry guy's grudge becomes wrath. Is it really after my life? Yes, it has killed us 3 times already. It's true that I have turned down a lot of boys, but I never did anything to get murdered over. That's just absurd. But it's not unusual for a psychologically unstable person to go off and kill someone over a love affair. It's a call from Kana. I push the call button slowly. Hello? Coco, what are you doing today? Nothing, I'm just lazing around the house. That's not healthy, why don't we hang out today? Maybe somewhere outside and enjoy the weather. Outside? I understand your nerves are on edge, but you'll feel a lot better once you get some fresh air. Fresh air is overrated. So, do you want to go? Kinda knows me too well. I'm really not an indoors type, but my nerves are about shot over the whole cursed shadow thing. The safest choice is to probably stay in. What do I decide to do? Go with Kana, stay home. I like that the game is no longer exiting out into the real world for him to go, okay, it's going to be a life or death, and then goes back into the game and then lets me choose. I'm happy it's just letting me choose from the get-go now. Let's stay home. Are our parents going to leave? If we stay home, are our parents gonna be like, oh honey, we need to go to the store. You stay here though and watch the house for some reason. And then they leave us and then the shadow comes and then we die. And if we go with Kana, we'll be out where there's a bunch of people. Let's just stay home. I was too nervous, I decided I was going to stay home. Kana, I'm sorry, but I just want to rest up at home for the next few days. Come on, don't make me have to drag you along. She sounded disappointed. I've never turned down one of Kana's invitations before. Please forgive me, I'll make it up to you Monday and we'll do whatever you want, okay? Sounds good. I hang up the phone, exhaustion racks my body. I can't keep avoiding my friends over this whole mess. I have to find out what the hell's happening and find out fast. I decided I'll do what it takes. Yay! Okay, I cleared it. How long will my luck hold out? It's so nerve-wracking, I don't know how much more I can take of this. Both methods of escape from the shadow were different in each scenario this go-around. Huh? I just had a thought. What is this nervousness I'm feeling? The relationship between Iwasaki and the cursed shadow. Wait. That can't be. No, I'm just thinking too hard. I pushed the thought from my mind for the time being. So what should I do now? Is Iwasaki the shadow? Perhaps? Should I tell Shijo about the circumstances behind Bad End? I'll do anything to get Kana to wake up, is what he said. I would like someone's cooperation in this. It might not be such a bad idea. His lover, Mihashi, and her best friend, Iwasaki. If only he knew that Bad End was responsible for it all. How do we know it's responsible for it? What if they're responsible for Bad End? Do you think he'll cooperate if I tell him? But I really don't want to drag anyone else into this mess. One mistake could cost a person their life. I have to choose without being careless. I decide to sleep on the decision for now. Kyuhei! Kyuhei! The sound of low moaning voices. Those dead voices are back again. Don't stop. Don't stop, Kyuhei. Don't quit. Don't leave us. Keep going. Don't stop. Damn it, go away. Leave me alone. Make them stop. Yuji, you don't have to do this. You don't have to tell me. I won't give up. Because I'll avenge you. I swear it. Then I woke up. My body was drenched in cold sweat. There's a lot of panting in this game, I've noticed. I stood up and balanced myself to keep from swaying. My head was still reeling from the dream. Between Yuji's death and playing through Bad End, my mind is on overdrive, and it's taking its toll. Each time I fall asleep, I have the same dream. It's probably just from all the mental exhaustion, but I can't give up. No matter how much I sulk, I have to clear the game. The after-school chime rings, and I stand up from my desk. Are you alright? You look exhausted. Well, the new math formulas we have to memorize are taking the toll. Oh, this is spooky music. I came up with something to not give away my obvious anxiety. Okay. To my dismay, Kaname didn't dig any further. Now that I'm thinking about it, what should I do now? One person has been on my mind, Akira Shijo. He is a friend of Iwasaki that is praying incessantly that Mihashi wakes up from her coma. It would seem he would definitely be interested in Bad End since it's what caused their current dilemmas. We're just making this assumption. We don't have any proof that Bad End is causing their comas. We just know it's connected. This is a chicken-egg situation for us. We don't really know anything. After all, someone to cooperate with the investigation would lighten the mental load. There's always a danger that he could die if I involve him. In short, Shijo's life may well end if he cooperates with me. What do I do? Should I meet with Shijo or not? Meet with Shijo. Don't meet with Shijo. Well, we don't know too much about Shijo. For all we know, Shijo's evil. But we might need help. Kaname hasn't helped us. Not really. Although he did take us to the town. And I don't know if that had anything to do with the choice of telling him about Bad End or not. You know what? It's for Yuji. We can sacrifice anybody for Yuji. We'll meet with Shijo. Yes, I'm going to need a partner to help me with this. Shijo might shed some new light into what's going on. Okay, let's go meet him. I want him to know everything that's going on with Mihashi and Iwasaki. Shijo responded almost immediately after I sent him an email. He'll probably be beside himself once he knows the truth about Bad End. I hope he helps me find a solution to all this. But telling information to a third party might jeopardize my life. I pray that I'm not falling into a trap. I can only leave it to chance. I meet with Shijo in the family restaurant that I had met up with Kaname before. We meet at the front of the store and sat down facing each other in a booth. We both ordered coffee for now. I don't understand all the details in the email. What exactly are you talking about? Don't we know what happened with Kana and Coco? They were both involved in traffic accidents by coincidence. I don't see any other reason beyond that. If there were other reasons, how would you know about them? His reaction was understandable and logical, but, well, you came all this way to meet me because you feel you're just clutching at straws, right? I suppose, not to mention that I want Kana and Coco to gain consciousness again. They are such close friends. I understood where Shijo was coming from. It's time to talk. Okay. Will you swear to believe everything I'm about to tell you? Because Iwasaki and Mihashi could potentially be saved. What? Saved? What do you mean? Shijo was stunned momentarily, then he leaned closer to listen. If it will save their lives, then I'll do anything. Let's face it, their healed injuries mean nothing if they don't wake up. I had a feeling that there was something deeper that caused them to end up like this. I just knew it. So it seems I was onto something, right? His perception was on the mark. He seems to have basic understanding of mysterious phenomenon. This should definitely make it easier to talk to him. I took out my mobile phone. Have you heard of the mobile game, Bad End? Bad End? Actually, I remember seeing it briefly on an internet website. It said that if players die in the game, they also die in real life. Is that the game you're talking about? That's right. I started up Bad End on the phone while looking around, making sure I didn't attract any unwanted attention. I'm currently playing through it. It's not a rumor. What? Also, I turned the screen so Shijo could make out what was displayed. I confirmed that the main characters in the game are Iwasaki and Mihashi. What? Shijo snatches the phone from me and glares at the screen. Wait, hold on. Don't start playing because if you make a mistake, you could die. Yeah, I get it. Shijo continued staring at the screen for what seemed minutes. Kana. Coco. Well, why? I have a feeling that this ordeal was created by someone with bad intentions. And the only way to be free from this cursed game is to clear it. But why were they targeted? That's what we need to find out. Can you think of a reason why they would be caught up in something like this? Does someone hold a grudge or any reason why they'd be involved in this type of game? I can't think of anything because they've always done right. I don't think they've gotten on anyone's bad side. No, wait. Please tell me anything you can think of, no matter how trivial it may seem. Prior to the accident, Coco was paranoid she was being chased by something. Eh? During those days, Coco was emotionally unstable. I figured she was just having another delusion. Another delusion? Emotionally unstable? What do you mean? She had witnessed Kana get hit by a car. I was at the scene when it happened. I was really shaken up and felt like I was going to go crazy. Eventually I was able to calm down, but the next moment I noticed Coco acting strangely. Someone with a personality like Coco, I wouldn't be surprised if she suffered from psychological trauma. It had to be the cause. The accident she witnessed had to be what set this whole thing off. Is that so? He didn't tell me this when we met. He probably felt it wasn't relevant at the time. I sipped the undrinked coffee as I pondered to myself. The one who encountered the traffic accident first was Mihashi. That was then followed by Iwasaki. What does it all mean? Iwasaki was paranoid about being chased by something. If the person responsible for Bad End was indeed this unknown entity, perhaps it was triggered by Mihashi's accident. I might find out if I keep playing the game. Iwasaki, Mihashi, the Cursed Shadow. Could they somehow be connected? Hey, listen. Are you going to continue playing the game? You mean right now in the restaurant? There was a considerable number of people here. I wanted to refrain from doing it here. Now that I know what's going on, I have to know the truth. I want to figure out what's going on as soon as possible. Please. His girlfriend's life is hanging on the edge. I can't find it in me to decline. Okay then, I'll play. Thank you so much. Are you hungry? It's my treat. Well, I'll have a sandwich set. That's okay. Can I sit next to you and watch the screen? Yeah, I guess so. I loaded up the last save file after I took a long swig of coffee. It's Monday. My body felt a little better now that I had some rest. But it's definitely not 100%. I need to start soon. If I keep putting it off, I'll never figure out a solution to this dilemma. If I rest too much, I'll eventually just give up. First of all, let's take Kana's advice. I did mess around with a lot of guys, and had ditched quite a few in the past. Kana thinks that maybe the wrath from one of the boys having a grudge against me was the trigger for this whole fiasco. I'm not sure this is the truth, but it certainly is a real possibility. I don't really have a choice. I had to try anything at this point. Okay, well, I'll stop messing around with boys and throwing them off. Somehow I feel that isn't going to be possible for you. Really? Even though I went out of the way to take your advice? Well, whatever you do is up to you, right? I practically run out of steam at this point. I don't know what else to tell you. Having said that, Kana left the classroom. Anyways, I intend to make good on my promise. I won't mess around with the guys' hearts any longer. Right then. Can I have a word with you, Coco? The person who addressed me was... Oh, hi Akira. Kana just left a few minutes ago, probably for the restroom. Oh, it's Akira, so I shouldn't use a creeper weird guy voice for him. Well, we'll stop here for this episode. We'll see what Akira will speak to Iwasaki about next episode. We'll see you next time. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.